Hey guys, I know I have been AWOL, but if you take a look at my last post on the community tab, you will know the reason. I am also with a cold, so my energies are low, but I am going to do a twin flame reading for those of us that are still interested in union. Okay, so if you're not interested in a twin flame union, this is not for you. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep things very positive. We are going through Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so we are going to be super emotional. So I just want to do a reading to see where we should be focusing our energy for us divine feminines and for the masculines as well. Okay, so let's pull a card for the overall energy for the divine feminine. Remember, energies are interchangeable. If it does resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. For the feminine, we have, look at this, patience. You see how it's a little girl with angel wings? What about the masculine? Can you give me a card for the overall energy for the masculine during this Mercury retrograde? Mercury retrograde for the masculine. We have strength. Okay. Let's talk about the overall emotions for the divine feminine. You know what? Before I even do that, let's pull some tarot. For the divine feminine. There's so much tension. I feel it. So, maybe I should start with the masculine first. What's happening with the divine masculine? Let's now do feminine. Jeez. You know, I always say whatever comes out, I read. So I'm just gonna put this stack to the side. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card, Capricorn energy, which talks about codependency. It talks about addictions. It talks about toxic relationships. It talks about not being true to yourself, basically, okay? So that's what's on the bottom of the deck. For the divine masculine, we have inner and outer energy. We have a lot of strength is Leo. Okay. I don't know why I said that, but I'm saying it. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles both in reverse. And in the middle, we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. So external and internal energy. Here we have, so we're going to put the cards right side up so we can look at the same thing. So we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what this tells me is, even though it's in reverse. So what this tells me is it appears as if, right, I have this beautiful castle. I have everything that I want with me, but I'm still not living my fairy tale story, right? Because it is in reverse, right? So externally, we have somebody that's saying, yeah, I have my happily ever after, but not really, right? At the same time, I see that they're not juggling anymore. So they're no longer juggling two people. Okay, so obviously, if you have listened to the readings I've done before, a couple of them talked about how the divine feminine kind of like decided to move forward with her life. So we do have somebody that's no longer juggling two people, right? They do have their happily ever after, but internally, right, what's in the middle of everything else for them is their Nine of Cups, their wish fulfillment, right? We have the moon, which is the divine feminine. So in between his external and internal energies, we still have a divine feminine, okay? Now, when it talks about the divine, and okay, so remember, their overall energy talks about strength. But if we also take a look at the card, right, on the top it says star, right? So you could be dealing with an Aquarius or a Leo, it doesn't matter. But strength, because they do know that their happiness is with their divine feminine, even though they are living this life, which is not, you know, yeah, it looks great on the outside, but it's not really in the inside. And at the same time, he's not juggling two people as he was before, okay? Now for the divine feminine, we have patience, right? The art of patience. And then we're going to take a look at one by one what we have. So we have the Five of Cups. So we have a little mermaid here that's very sad, right? Because again, there was, we both know, like, this feminine knows that the divine connection is, you know, is real, but you know, there was a third party situation, and again, not doing anything anymore, crossing my arms, emotionally blocked, at times crying. So I see some of you guys crying, okay? We have here the Six of Pentacles, where it talks about giving and taking, right? Sharing and receiving. In most Six of Pentacles, we have multiple people. Here we have a divine feminine who is putting all the work, who's giving and sharing, you know, to herself, right? So filling up her basket, taking care of her garden, okay? She found herself at a crossroads, right? Where a decision needed to be made. And knowing that she was in manifestation mode, she went ahead and did that, okay? It turned out to be that she was no longer, or felt like she was no longer the Queen of Cups, right? Which is, you know, the person that you would think the other person will choose, right? Because you are what they want. You are their wish. So your decision, being in manifestation mode by taking care of yourself, resulted in maybe not being the Queen of Cups, okay? But the Queen of Wands, okay? So the Queen of Wands is she's a go-getter, right? She's sexy, she's fierce. She is basically living her best life, okay? So you made a decision to not be his Queen of Cups. Instead of, I am now the Queen of Wands. I am now taking charge. I am now, you know, doing what I have to do for me, okay? Let's see where their emotions are right now. What are their emotions right now for the divine masculine? Overall emotions. Okay, maybe I shouldn't ask that, because that's a lot. What are his emotions towards the connection with the feminine? Wow. Do you see this? So he's curious, right? He's still interested, fascinated. He's also disappointed, right? Feeling delusioned, defeated, and let down. And also discouraged. Okay, so why would he feel this way, right? So, like I said, there's a possibility that you are no longer keeping in contact with this person. They could be wondering what you're up to, right? If they do have some type of access, they could be stalking you like on the low without you knowing. Like, what is that? Like a lurker, right? Where they look at your stuff, they don't comment so that you don't really know that they're doing it. Okay, so because we do have somebody here that's like curious, right? Trying to understand why things went the way that they went. Okay, he's also feeling disappointed, right? And you see that he let this balloon go, right? Balloon. And if you look at this, right, it kind of looks very similar to the Nine of Cups, where, and everything falls under for a reason, right? So we have the Ten of Pentacles, where, like I said before, somebody is living, I have my castle, but I'm outside the castle, right? So somebody that's worried about something else other than their castle, right? Then we have letting go of the balloon, right? Of my wish. You see, kind of looks very similar, right? So basically is like disappointed maybe at himself for letting the connection go. And because he's no longer juggling, right? He's no longer in your picture. He feels very discouraged. Okay, what about the Divine Feminine? Let's get a few cards. Whatever comes out for the Divine Feminine, what are her feelings right now with this connection? Come on. Feminine. Wow. Nothing. I'm not giving you nothing. But you do. And look what we have. Resistant to loving. Right? So we have rebellious, defensive, closed, right? And then we have romantic, passionate. So you are resistant to the relationship because, like I said before, right, it is obvious that we have somebody, like I said before here, who lost, right? And decided to put themselves first, made a decision to move forward. And the decision, even though you love this person, you love this divine masculine, you wish that you guys could be together, you're resistant, okay? Let's see. Why is the Divine Feminine resistant to loving her Divine Masculine right now? So there is distance between you guys, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Yeah. You see, we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So look at this. Look at this Ten of Pentacles though, right? Do you see how crazy this is? So to clarify this Ten of Pentacles, right? Where we talked about somebody who has their castle, right? But we have here Divine Feminine outside the castle. But somebody that's already has their castle, but not really. Like, yeah, I have it, but it's not really what I want, right? Look at it here. Right? It may not be a castle, but we have here a Divine Masculine with a family in the back and a fence separating a divine feminine, the same divine feminine that here, where is it? You see the basket? Taking care of my garden. I'm doing me. So there is distance between you guys, right? That fence, like I said, mentally, physically. All right, there could be no communication, or even if you're communicating, it's very distant. Like there is a distance between you guys. Let's see, the divine masculine, please. What do you have for the divine masculine? So he has the 10 of Wands. Okay, so whatever this castle means for this person, right? Because we have the priest here, Taurus energy. That talks about tradition, right? It could be a marriage. It could be somebody already in a relationship. It's a burden. It's a burden for the divine masculine. He can't see clearly where he's going. Okay? But it's a burden. So on top of everything else, his relationship or whoever he's living with in this fake castle is a burden to him. What can you tell me for the divine feminine, please? Wow. So for the divine feminine, we have 2 for the masculine, 2 for the feminine. For the feminine, we have scholar. And then we have falseness, right? So here she is saying, look, I'm not new to this game. I already know what's up, okay? And I know that we really care for each other. Like, we really care for each other. You're just being fake, right? So you're wearing this mask. Like, I'm not the one. Like, what is that thing that they say? Throw that bone to another dog type thing. That's what I'm getting here. Like, I already know what's up. I did my homework. And even when after I did my homework, you're still fake, okay? And then for the divine masculine, we have wedding, and then what's crossing them is a friend. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, I did a reading before that talked about him cannot believing or in denial the fact that, oh my God, I can't believe she's my friend. Okay, so again, we have a relationship with someone else and you. I'm just going to pull a few more and see what shows up. What is the overall advice for the divine? I don't know. Let's see. Feminine first. For the feminine, what is her overall advice for this retrograde? You see what's crossing? Okay, so you have the Tower, right, crossing you, and the Ace of Pentacles, but the Ace of Pentacles came out in reverse. So what's crossing you as the divine feminine is a Tower, right? So the revelation of timing. Okay, let me pull one more. And again, timing, right? Why? Because overall energy was patience. So revelation that timing is a factor. Okay. And then you have the World card. Okay, so the World card that talks about an ending, that could also be a beginning, right? Because without endings, there's no beginnings. So the overall advice for you guys during this retrograde, right, is to continue to let this revelation, this Tower moment happen. Let the light fall where it needs to fall. Understand that time is a big issue, right? But it's still, you know, it is the Ace of Pentacles. So the Ace, it talks about timing, but it also talks about stability, right? So it is in reverse. So maybe not finding the stability because of this revelation, right? But at the end of the day, we have the World Tree that talks about, you know, like I said before, a new beginning, right? Growth. If we take a look at this picture, right, we have, we have a serpent at the bottom of the tree, but we also have this, you know, crane flying by. But it also, guys, if you pay attention, it has the four seasons, right? So we have winter, fall, we have spring and summer, okay? And we have the sun and we have the moon. And you see the moon is in the wintertime. So I feel like something is going to happen in the wintertime in regards to this connection. That's what I'm getting from this, okay? So let this revelation happen, right? Continue doing what you're doing, right? Kind of, yeah, we still calling him fake. We're still calling him names every now and then. You're not the one. We already know that, okay? The whole energy, what it's telling me is focus on patience. And if you really want this union to happen, you have to flow. You have to learn how to flow, okay? Because right now, a revelation is coming through, and it has to do with stability and timing. And what I'm seeing here is what's crossing you is not wanting to wait, okay? Not wanting to wait. Again, something happening in the wintertime. Overall energy for you guys is patience, okay? So now let's do the Divine Masculine. So for the Divine Masculine, what is the overall advice? Divine Masculine, overall advice for the retrograde. I don't know why this keeps happening, but we'll take it. On the bottom, we have the King of Cups, which is a man in love, right? So, this came through on my other deck. I don't know why. So I'm just going to put it to the side. So overall advice. The first one that came through was the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the Nine of Wands usually talks about someone who has a wall up, right? But if we take a look at his wands, right, they're not really standing up. So he has them flat on the table. Okay. The Queen of Pentacles came through for some of you guys. I don't know why. This is from my other deck. So maybe this is the energy of the person that they're with, right? Possibly they have kids together. But if you notice, she's holding on very tightly to the pentacle. Right, so it could be somebody that's just very dependent on your masculine for financial reasons. And she came through, so I'm just going to read it out there because, you know, the question was, what is the overall advice? And this person just decided to show up. So, yes, take care of this person. So there is a financial responsibility with this person. But in regards to the connection with you, right? So we have someone whose wall, right, is down. If you look at his face, he doesn't know what to do, right? He does not really know what to do. So he could put his wands up. At the same time, we have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, which is very similar to the Two of Pentacles that we have here. Where, like I said before, he's no longer dealing with multiple people, right? Obviously, because, like we mentioned before, the Divine Feminine decided to step back. So his advice is to continue not to be in, you know, in like juggling people, but focus on his, you know, family after. Let's see who's this for. Because this just threw me off completely. This is how that card just came through out of nowhere. So I want you to clarify the Ten of Cups. Who's Ten of Cups for? Overall advice for the Divine Masculine. Okay, so for whoever has them blocked, there you go. So if you have your Divine Masculine blocked, this is for you. Okay, because this person just came through out of nowhere, trying to mess up the whole message, but we're not doing that, okay? So his defenses are down. Overall advice, right? This is a mess. Let me make this. It's too many things, okay? So overall message was, even though his wall up, right? His wants are down. He doesn't really want to. Like, he wants to and he doesn't want to, right? So he's really in his mind. Should I put this wall up against my Divine Feminine, right? I'm no longer even sharing anything with her, right? The connection is, we're not even spending time together or anything like that. But she's still my happily ever after. Okay? So overall is, do not block. Do not put a wall up for your happily ever after, who happens to be the person that he's saying, well, she has me blocked. So obviously we're not talking about this person. We're talking about the person that has him blocked. Like, I can't even, you see him? Like, I can't even look at what she's doing. Okay, so this is back to, where is it? This. Okay. Well, I can't even look at her. That's what I'm getting. I can't even see what she's doing. Calm down. Anyway, so I hope this helps. Like I said, I wanted to do it just to see where we are in relation to the retrograde in Scorpio. So if it does resonate, like I said, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll talk soon. Bye.